All mother sentient beings, limitless of space, especially those enemies who hate me, abstractors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All mother sentient beings, limitless of space, especially those enemies who hate me, abstractors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. For that purpose, until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. I take refuge in the Buddhas until I attain the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progress along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. I take refuge in the Buddhas until I attain the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless of space, have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering in the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless of space, have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering in the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Lord Avalokiteshvara, Geloma Palmo, Yeshe Sangpo, Dawashunu, Peyapa, Changsem Dagyal, Nikpupa, Portun Dorjegial, Shangtung Dorjik, Kempo Chidulwa, Dewa Chenpa, Skola Chusangwa, Shera Bumpa, Gyaserin Puche, Konchok Sampo, Lama Gawawa, Changchuk Senge, Kenchik Nyago Pupa, Sonam Dar, Jampal Sangpo, Sangye Nepa, Mikyo Dorje, Konchok Yelang, Wangchuk Dorje, Choki Wangchuk, Ngagi Wangchuk, Tulku Dubyu, Tempa Namgyal, Karma Chagme, Pema Kunga, Tili Wangju, Sherap Pakpa, Tenzing Dub, Don Dub, Master Tenzing Tinle, Karma Ngedon, Tempa Rabke, and all the root and lineage gurus of great kindness, I supplicate you, please grant me your blessings.
Sammayasa doa.
May the entire surface of the earth become a pure land free from stones and gravel, even like level palm, and in the nature smooth as lapis lazuli. Protector of all sentient beings without exception, deity who destroys the endless hosts of Mara, perfect knower of all things without exception, victorious one and retinue, please come to this place. As I offer you these pleasant and white lotus flowers, as big as billions of worlds, with 100 petals and their pollen beds, please be seated and be comfortable. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, requesting, and beseeching, I dedicate for the complete enlightenment of all beings. Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the greater and lesser vehicles and the teachings common to both, according to dispositions and mental capacities of sentient beings.
Namkhatam Nyambe Simchin Tamche Namchin Lana Me Pa Yang Da Pa Zobe Sanje Je Gompang Topar Sa Che De Tekpa Chenbu Sobjong Nangne Songwa Sa Nyam San Chou Chou De Samji Pa Tang Je De Sin Sar Dun Chimi La Jen Be Domba Songwane Tingmi Je Duna Mine Ina Je Be Domba Xi Chenpe Du Su Songwan Sawa Tang Eni Tikchin De San Chok Je Simji Simpe Gon Yamse Lana Ni Ju Dombe Tsutrum Se Jorshe Del Pakpa Jine Zeke Jirem Laye Namjur Tang Dewa Nyamsa Langna Sangha Save Ju Je Katop Tang Domba Inla De Jorwa Hin Eyang Hunje Jase Tang Jepa Nam Jen Zepe Tsur Kang Ba Eni Ranju La Chipsa Jashe Ele Mandawa, Domba Sutrum San, Domba Xi, Chakpa Yimba, 接待人家西巴拉说人民准备从这门呢，两做不三节那么去年对比你当一顺同把西巴呢，对比西巴，对比这当茶碗那这种吧。半岛借用电阳大把做先马日被你头大上了，昔日去趟去落住节把那阳大把做不三节，本来可落就是节不大江西的大呢，这也有啦说办就办了，刚那女把没办那就让说亚瓦多的。家不对你送人的心情谈起了，他把谈心情的，那么诺瓦东京运动可能这把大江西大路，南卡当样的心情谈起了，马就是印度拼到的，特别全部可南平特把全部让那没把东东把让不全部。然东他先把那沙瓦事情，印度人连把那十八，来年节这把傍晚那考报，NyungNe人的把公旁一把那两个东西所托吧，考完那来嘛，他话是把当一当牛毛把来，他们去十八那十八工作就话用说十八。从他把都给为去顿吧那养大比嘎，西班青蛙他们些结吧那来办南巴做个头，南巴他们前吧一心啊哇那来办南巴做个西拉金，大概西班呢刚给技术了吧，对认识不用定。第一就是接到了公路上出生电把意见让东亚瓦多瓦心情谈起的东西适当，那个托拉古巴那平巴山适当，他托尼勒兰古巴那卓瓦山适当，现那连带讲吧那木给米巴山适当。适当军队讲法呢，那没办法适当。南山秋节说的去哪农所做办法适当。这个那没把养大把做不上秋，你把多办法适当。这个的，我经常见你被下呢，给完他的养大说话当。Dik pa ma nambar jongwa te gip su ser tang dik pa nam jor ser te yin shi pa so jong ka sa to shi song pa tar so jong ka dong ba chia tar lang shi song wa te tar to da ke chang sim chin tam chi je dong dang pen ba ta zhor wa la so pa gu pa te da ke ser对大大呢，用的就是3年嘛，马下节，把到你那就懂吧。让马娘把出进到送完节我娘，这也记得做。
Now listen with the motivation of bodhicitta set upon supreme awakening and think. Having taken the healing and purifying Sojong vows of the great vehicle, I will keep them so that all sentient beings, limitless as space, may attain the state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. The observation of the 8 temporary vows of the lesser vehicle, referred to as the 8th branch, one-day NyungNe vow, is observed by householders. When these vows are observed while imbued with the intent of bodhicitta, in accordance with the Mahayana, they become the discipline of refraining from misdeeds. In this practice, one combines the observance of the temporary vows with the generation stage practice of the deity yoga of noble Avalokiteshvara, and for this reason it becomes a yogic practice of the action tantra, Kriya Tantra class of the secret mantra, and a branch of the secret mantra vows. Thus, when one commits to apply one's own mind stream in the manner of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the past, and one does not transgress their ways, it is called the discipline of vowed restraints, or a vow. The following is a brief commentary on the meaningful parts of the text one by one, beginning with, just as the previous Tathagatas, Arhats, the perfectly complete Buddhas. Since the perfectly complete Buddhas are those who have proceeded in accordance with the natural state just as it is, they are Tathagatas, thus gone ones. Because they have separated from the enemy the four Maras, they are Arhats, foe destroyers. And since they have completely perfected the qualities of renunciation and realization, having awakened from the deep sleep of ignorance and having come to understand all knowable phenomena, they are perfectly complete Buddhas. For example, when the heavenly steed of a wheel-turning king enters into battle with the enemy, it does so intrepidly and without travail. It is willing to forsake its own life in order to protect the king. Likewise, because they show the unmistaken path to liberation and omniscience to all sentient beings, and because they are solely devoted to the purpose of others, the Tathagatas are like a heavenly steed. Furthermore, because it is with great compassion that they carry the burden of benefiting all sentient beings as limitless as space without being asked, and since they also demonstrate the unsurpassed meaning of Mahayana, they are like a great elephant. Furthermore, having brought their task to completion, they did what needed to be done. Having actively sought the benefit of others, they have completed their tasks. Abandoning the obscurations of karma and afflictions, they have laid down all their burdens, having achieved nirvana, the state beyond sorrow, and they reach their own goal. Due to eliminating all distorted views which prevent escape from the samsaric state and all the afflictive emotions, they have completely destroyed their bonds to existence. By demonstrating the Dharma that is virtuous in the beginning, middle, and end, their speech is utterly perfect. Having severed all ties with samsaric existence, their minds are perfectly free, and because they possess the wisdom that knows everything, their wisdom is completely liberated. This describes the qualities that arise in whomever follows the example of the Tathagatas. Thereafter, since the Tathagatas have forsaken concern for themselves in order to show others how to train in the motivation of bodhicitta, it says that they act for the sake of all sentient beings. Because they temporarily establish beings in a higher birth, they benefit them. Because they ultimately establish beings in definite goodness, they liberate them. Because they have purified karmic results of stinginess, it says they eliminate famine. And because they have purified the karmic results of hatred, it says they act to heal beings from illness. Furthermore, the complete perfection of Dharma directed towards awakening, accomplished by them, is the path, and the definitely realized, unsurpassed, perfectly complete awakening, accomplished by them, is the result. Regarding this practice, the second Buddha, Padmasambhava Udayana, has said, "It fully restores, so, all virtue, and purifies Jong, all negativity without exception. Since it restores virtue and completely purifies negativity, the Tathagata has called this the practice of Sojong." Thus it is said that one should think, "I shall take up and keep the Sojong vows properly, and for the sake of all sentient beings I shall benefit them, and thereby liberate them," and so on. With this intention I shall take up the 8 branch vows and keep them properly and without corruption from this very moment until sunrise tomorrow. Keeping this in mind, one repeats accordingly.
소변의 요배 선제당
Socho Nashu Pesangye Tang,
산효선바 탐제당
Yangsung Sepa Tamche Tang,
좀대된 념이 셔기제보당
Shomde de Nyame Shakyo Gyalpo Tang,
何把今日在往出到了工作做，
appartiene di Wangchu dans la grande sous-sol.
阶段兄弟的平息吧，
Jitengongi deshin shepa.
让将把杨大把做个长节，
Da chompa yang pa zope sangye.
大江西道路，
Da chang shi tabu.
南部进步，
Lampo chempo.
少了事情，
Jawa cheshin.
是吧，
Ipa shepa.
会不会吧？
Obuwa.
那个东西说拖把，
Dagi duje sotopa.
这把工作就话用说是吧，
Tipa kundu joa yosu sepa.
杨大被挂，
Yanda peka.
这把南把做个头，
Lepa nampa doe tu.
那把南把做个写了的南节，
Lepa nampa doe shi rabjin.
心情他们这东西适当，
Semchen tamche ki dongi cherdang.
偏把啥个适当，
Lepa chawe chidang.
做话啥个适当，
Roa chawe chidang.
没把啥个适当，
Nimpa chawe chidang.
没给没把啥个适当，
Muge mepa chawe chidang.
上就节操节，
Chanchunki toki.
去那用说做把啥个适当，
Jonam yoso zopa chawe chidang.
老那没把杨大把，
Lana mepa yang dapar.
做个上就多把啥个事，
Zope chanchung tupa chawe chir.
说叫你把浪吧，
Sojong e palang pa.
开心的，
Shindu.
那不你马西就会讲，
Dagdang me shigiwe.
对奶奶种的，
Dudene sunte.
就是上你妈妈小姐把的，
Jesi sangi mama shagi bardu.
说叫你把杨大把让我接我。
Sono nge pa yang dapar lang pa yu. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in 10 directions, blessed Lord, fearless King of the Shakyas, and noble Lord, Avalokiteshvara, please heed me. Just as the previous Tathagatas, Arhats, and perfectly complete Buddhas, who like the heavenly steed and the great elephant, did what had to be done, completed the tasks, laid down all the burdens, reached their own goal, and completely destroyed the vows to existence, whose speech is utterly perfect, whose mind is perfectly free, and whose wisdom is completely liberated, who, for the sake of all sentient beings, in order to benefit them, liberate them, heal them from illness, and to eliminate famine, in order to fully perfect all Dharma directed toward awakening, and to realize unsurpassed, perfectly complete awakening, most definitely took up the practice of Sojong. In the same way, I will call NyingNe. From now on until sunrise tomorrow, shall most definitely and perfectly take up the Sojong vows. All Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in the 10 directions, blessed Lord, peerless King of the Shakyas, noble Lord Avalokiteshvara, please heed me. Just as the previous Tathagatas, Arhats, and perfect complete Buddhas, who like the heavenly steed and the great elephant, did what had to be done, completed their tasks, laid down all the burdens, reached their own goal, and completely destroyed the bounds to existence, whose speech is utterly perfect, whose mind are perfectly free, and whose wisdom is completely liberated, who, for the sake of all sentient beings, in order to benefit them, liberate them, heal them from illness, and to eliminate famine, in order to fully perfect all Dharma directed toward awakening, and to realize unsurpassed, perfectly complete awakening, most definitely took up the practice of Sojong. In the same way, I who am called NyingNe, from now on until sunrise tomorrow, shall most definitely and perfectly take up the Sojong vows.
Dun Chemi La Jimba Domba Shi Sawa 是春戒引了戒，八有戒引了戒，不是有戒引了说那没有罢了。当不然有戒你就当把是吧，是春戒引了戒，当把他们戒戒早晚引把那早晚戒是咋的？这样没人说话大戒，他那受差。所都把色受引起戒，所没就把它戒，一戒大多数就戒，全部大戒，他那看不把谁看戒讲，马上把没人把它你，后么你戒的，特别的话懂得你话大戒，chắc xem je pin chung ta wa zam yang me ri ba ma zang ba ju ba bang ba tan som rang la salam je yong din me jiang yong din yu ba zun ba me chu la me zun qian bo da jie ta na gu re tang zhe me ce yang yin he ba si be zun men ha ba ta ye ye ba yu je yin na je ne 창봉바 인데 내 마방나 라주 바미 바저 창게 니 란더제 내 탐치 미시신 라니제 돈바 랑와야 이네 메게와 주바 돈바 강양 송문을 바나 로네 소 저연 창당 장당每多所因拍八等加入剧本相当，阴阳性多等，再往哪说有把些热动汤些，半个把电影，都是有给那是让你懂得因把真把所谓切的，前难的把接到就把得到等呢。假设节在就上的基础上边，都有的철객당 Retreat三把高尔党今天说这些部日来过往每多党人不起拉手跟称啊日来金巴些把对满意那恰当都有拉手帮你今天人送这么当也给这些的理解赢了又往当那个当那种那话说帮吧呢感觉那把在往当对应就是口当人教当连呗那个老人吧包王当另外说我们不这些吧那帮话这么的人生对满意吧年嘛要拼切讲不懂啊是个恰当假说懂啊嘞只把是个是个行当信誉行动啊说入家呢拢不接出港的那个确定突破让人怕不没有把大个当大这个并说确定全部啦没都把嘞การโซ่เจมอเร็กสมดังชิงโซ่จินเจเร็กสมบูจิกเดอจิตุรยุกเกเยนาสมเทเยนาเจปอนเดจิสิสังยมามาชาเจปัดมันยามปาส่งว่าสาวจาส่งว่าเจียวยามเดียจิตุจู
The words starting with, just as the previous, constitute the prayer of taking the 8 temporary vows. These 8 branches are then further divided into the 4 branches of discipline, the single branch of attentiveness, and the 3 branches of subduing discipline. The first branches are the 4 branches of discipline which restrain one's own mind from unwholesome actions. Since these are the roots of all vows, they are known as the 4 roots. They are as follows. The first is to not kill any being. Besides not killing a human being, One should not even kill a louse or its eggs, which also belong to the realm of living beings. The second root is to not steal. Besides not stealing large possessions owned by others, one should not even steal a morsel of food. The third root is to abandon non-celibate conduct. Besides not pursuing the meeting of males and females for the enjoyment of sexual intercourse, one should not even look at one another with a lustful mind. The fourth root is to not speak lies. Besides not telling a great lie, such as falsely proclaiming oneself as having high human qualities, or lying about having qualities on the bhumis and paths that one does not have, one should not even fool others jokingly while playing around. The single branch of attentiveness is to abstain from alcohol. If one does not abandon this action, one's mind will become careless. When intoxicated by alcohol, one cannot be aware of every aspect of what to do and what not to do, and one also forgets about the vows one has taken. Due to this, one engages in non-virtuous actions and is therefore unable to keep any of one's vows. For this reason, one should abandon all intoxicating food and drink, such as alcohol made from fermented grains, such as wheat or barley, or alcohol made from honey, flowers, or any other fermented substance, as well as intoxicating fruit or roots. As for the three branches of subduing discipline, in order to refresh the recollection of one's vows, one subdues all of one's activities as a lay householder and follows after the excellent conduct of bodhisattvas. Thus one engages in subduing. First, one abandons dressing up and looking attractive, or applying sweet scents like camphor and sandalwood, which are applied with the intention to charm. Then one abandons adorning one's body with garlands of flowers, jewels, and so on. One abandons earrings, bracelets, and so on, which are the three kinds of adornment. One abandons moving one's limbs for the sake of frolic and laughter. And one vows to remain silent in various ways, which refers to abandoning the three kinds of entertainment: dancing, singing melodiously by elevating and lowering one's voice, and playing instruments such as string instruments or flutes. Second, one abandons eating at inappropriate times and does not consume from noon until sunrise the next day any food such as grains and fruit to quell one's hunger. One may, however, drink liquids such as water and tea to quell the pangs of thirst. Third, one abandons sitting on high and luxurious seats. This means not to sit upon any seat higher than 1 cubit, or upon seats bedecked with silks and brocades, or tigers and leopard skin, which are unsuitable for ordinary people. Thus, when the three kinds of entertainment, including dancing, and the three kinds of adornment, such as garlands, are considered as one branch, these are the three branches of subduing discipline. Thus, thinking, I shall keep these 8 branches without corruption until sunrise tomorrow, one repeats the following.
NyingNe soju mebzaxin,
Jine soju mi shangshin,
yingjian no yang mebza,
jingi noya lamija,
tikpe chujiang me jiejian,
dikpe chukya mi chechin,
runjie cikjiang men lao,
zumki chingya mi wao,
yunne mangbo nye dingbe,
yongin mapo ne de ne, be,
changne yongso panwa sa,
jani yosu pa wacha,
tikding chinto mebzaxin,
jiten cheto mi changshin,
tibyin tenma yinbe se,
nishinto nami peze,
tetang chungwa tangne jin,
tidan tewa dangi yin,
lotang karso panwa sa,
ludan kaso pa wacha,
cheta zhe zhongda dunne,
jita tachon tatuni,
suklu la so mebzipa,
soso la son mi chepa,
tetar suklu la so pan,
leta sucho la son pa,
nami chanchu nye tokyo,
yame changchung nutop shok,
dongha mangzhou simchin nan,
duga madu semchen nam,
si pen so le zhu wa shu.
si pe so le doa sho. From now on, I will not kill. I will not steal the belongings of others. I will not engage in sexual activities. I will not speak false words. I will totally abstain from alcohol as it a gateway for many mistakes. I will not sit on a high luxury seats. I will not eat at inappropriate time. I will not use perfume, jewelry, and ornaments. I will avoid entertainment such as song and dance. Just as the Arhats refrained at all times from these actions, such as taking the lives of others, so shall I avoid these actions such as taking the lives of others. May I swiftly attain unsurpassed awakening, and may sentient beings fraught with many sufferings be freed from the ocean of cyclic existence. From now on, I will not kill. I will not steal the belongings of others. I will not engage in sexual activities. I will not speak false words. I will totally abstain from alcohol as it a gateway for many mistakes. I will not sit on high luxury seats. I will not eat at inappropriate times. I will not use perfumes, jewelry, and ornaments. I will avoid entertainment such as song and dance. Just as the Arhats refrained at all times from these actions, such as taking the lives of others, so shall I avoid these actions such as taking the lives of others. May I swiftly attain unsurpassed awakening, and may sentient beings fraught with many sufferings be freed from the ocean of cyclic existence. Lexo.
대답을 추천 대니 달 선바 사회체的八卦动用下个8日的선바 조건 행복 종래 송와 추천 남다 그 종대 대배 되심제 자와 세당 제배是春节蓬勃探究，让就老做关系把谈，且是春节为你把探究，打把事情亲切，门阳把事把说，平庸的嘛当定吧，俺的也记得住。
In order to develop such discipline to perfection, the Dharani of the essence of the 6 paramitas of the Noble Amoghapasha Sutra mentions the numerous benefits of this Dharani, such as, by reciting this Dharani of pure discipline, the entire accumulation of ethical discipline of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 3 times will be brought to perfection within one's own mind stream, and all faults of one's previous violations of discipline will be purified, and henceforth one's discipline will not decline. Thus repeat the Dharani.
Om Amogashila.
Om Amogashila.
Sambara Sambara.
Sambara Sambara.
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Satopema Babakeda.
Satvapema Bibuketa.
Bunza Dara Dara.
Bunza Dara Dara.
Saminda Avalokete.
Samanta Avalokite.
Om Pei Sova.
Om Pe Svaha.
Om Amogashila.
Om Amogashila.
Sambara Sambara. Barabara Mahashuddha.
Sambara Sambara.
Mahashuddha Satopema.
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Satopema Babakeda.
Satvapema Bibuketa.
Bunza Dara Dara.
Bunza Dara Dara.
Saminda Avalokete Om Pei Sova.
Samanta Avalokite Hum Pe Svaha.
Om Amogashila.
Om Amogashila.
Sambara Sambara.
Sambara Sambara.
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Barabara Mahashuddha.
Satopema Babakeda.
Satvapema Bibuketa.
Bunza Dara Dara.
Bunza Dara Dara.
Saminda Avalokete.
Samanta Avalokite.
Om Pei Sova.
Om Pe Svaha. Om
Ene sanchok samba sambe sanchok je juba je ba che ni lin som chi lin som de samba tra molan ta pa la te lam deva tang juba deva ka pa mang de cho do ban je pa sambe molan le som su chum je pa de samba 용서 족발시 몰람대의 지도조.
Furthermore, when the bodhisattvas of the past performed enlightened actions out of love, having made fervent aspirations throughout the 3 periods of the day and the 3 periods of the night, they enjoyed ease on the path. The path was applied with ease, and they completed the accumulations of many eons. Thus, one repeats the aspiration that completely perfects the paramita of discipline, which has arisen out of an aspiration of love, through flawless discipline in accordance with the rules of conduct.
Trimki Sudrim Kime Ching.
Sutrim number Tadang Din.
Sudrim Napa Dadan Den.
Losimi Sutrim Ki.
Losemepe Tsutim Ki.
Sutrim Parus in those show.
Sudrim Paron Jesus so. Through flawless discipline in accordance with the rules of conduct, through perfectly pure discipline, and through discipline devoid of arrogance, may I carry the perfection of discipline to completion.
Gong Pak Pak Le Zhe Xiani So Jong Dong Ju La Lu Yong Pa Ji Pa Pe Mi Nam La Zhou War Ji Ji Song Ba Dar Zhong Din De Xiar Yu Pe Gap Ran Dong Yi Ji Tang Ji Pe Mi Ne Li Song Wa Nam Jiang Sum Che Zai Sum Jie Lai Er De Ji Xian NyingNe就是两把的加起日记，让那是几位配用把的没把送行，得来将切把的大瓦主们都来，刚一个把三节没切把，加瓦是瓦忙了去人，刚一当去了顿一把呢。Deshit la gakpar chupece. Ninchintune la pachi chupa. Tene teve sunan papar song. Shipa tar. Timba jepece. Yungu tomba songwang le. Tata sanji je timba tak tukke kamder. Ninchin jekdo domba na jek songwa pinyung cheshe. Yang sanchok senje senbe tombe pinyu nam katan chibzong mije zokpa sanje je kompang topar jola shepa tari je kapse jornga torje tekpa latan na je namjur samo tang derwa nyamso langpa tsinda renzeng je chardung kujen Xie zang Goryang Metsi Chudrup Le Menjiang La Sa Jia Jimbo Choga Mudrup Topar Sipa Yimba Gawa Gomshin Te Taw Gewa Te Yang Jong Hong Wa Jin Ma Tep Na Control So Jin Ga Xie Ke Se Ban Ju Wa Yimbe Te Na Ge Za San Chuk Kim Ho Wa De Ye Ji Du Zu
The glorious protector Arya Nagarjuna said, "Grant the vows of Sojong to men and women alike so that they may obtain the pleasing bodies of the gods who act as they wish." Thus, in the past, when Lord Buddha was alive, even those who kept the one-day NyungNe vows a single time, with merely a selfish mind, were reborn in the God realm of the 33. Since even those who have slightly transgressed the one-day NyungNe vows will be reborn in the God abodes of the 4 great kings, it is said that the benefits of taking the vows are unfathomable. Moreover, it specifically states in the Moon Lamp Sutra that the merit of practicing a single precept for a single day and night during an era when the holy Dharma is being destroyed and the teachings of the Sugata are coming to an end, is far greater to making offerings to millions of Buddhas for inconceivable eons. The merit of practicing a single precept for a single day and night during an era when the holy Dharma is being destroyed and the teachings of the Sugata are coming to an end is far greater to making offerings to millions of Buddhas for inconceivable eons. Thus, it is of greater benefit to keep a single vow for a single day during the final times of the present Buddha's teachings than it would have been to keep vows for a long time during former times when the teachings flourished. Furthermore, the benefits of taking vows with a mind of bodhicitta are immeasurable like space and will lead to the attainment of the state of complete Buddhahood. In particular, in the present context, by engaging in this practice in relation to a deity of the secret mantra Vajrayana and the profound yogas of the Mantrayana, one will join the ranks of the Vidyadharas in this very life, and however long it may take, it will not take more than 16 lifetimes to attain the supreme city of Mahamudra. Thus rejoice. However, if you do not seal such virtues in the end with dedication, they can become exhausted through various conditions such as anger. Therefore, please dedicate these roots of virtue toward great awakening by repeating the following.
By this merit may I attain omniscience. Having defeated the enemies of my wrongdoings, may I liberate all beings who are tossed in the ocean of samsara by the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death. In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until attaining enlightenment. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Om Svabhava Shuddha Savadama Svabhava Shuddham. All phenomena become void. From within the state of emptiness upon a precious ground appears a lovely boundless palace complete with all the perfect attributes, within which I vividly appear as a great compassionate one. Arising from a moon disk at my heart is marked with the syllable Shri. From the Shri at my heart, light rays radiate and invite the glorious Guru, who is indivisible, from the great compassionate one. Surrounded by the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the four families, he appears in the space in front of me, and sits upon a moon disk resting on a 1,000-petaled lotus flower, which sits upon a jeweled throne. Homage to the Gurus who embody all Buddhas, whose essence is a Vajra holder, and who are the root of the three jewels. Homage and praise to the radiant Amitabha, the Dharmakaya of all the bliss-can ones of the three times, appearing as Avalokiteshvara, the 11-faced one who gazes upon all beings of the 6 realms. Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes vouches over beings, who untainted by fault is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Homage and praise to the Sugatas of the 5 families who prevail over skillful means and supreme wisdom, and who, though inseparable from the space-like Dharmakaya, emanate distinctly in rainbow-like forms. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate goddesses who offer flowers, incense, lamps, perfumes, food, and the like. Vajra holder and others, please heed me. With heartfelt regret, I confess all transgressions of the 3 kinds of vows which I have committed while overpowered by ignorance. Whatever wrongs I have done at any time, I confess them with great fear. From now on, I will not allow them to happen again. I rejoice in all virtue, and I supplicate you to turn the wheel of Dharma. Holding in mind the awakened state of Buddhahood, I dedicate all virtues to supreme enlightenment. May all sentient beings be endowed with happiness. May they be free from all suffering. May they never be without happiness. May they abide in great equanimity. Om Svabhava Shuddha Savadama Svabhava Shuddham Om Shunyata Jnana Vajra Svabhava Atma Koham. All phenomena that are subsumed under perceiver and perceived become empty. From within this state, the nature of my mind appears as a white tree upon a lotus and moon disk. From it, light streams forth and fulfills the purpose of sentient beings. The light then gathered back into the tree, which transforms into a golden lotus marked with a tree. From the tree, light emanates once again in the form of hooks and lassos that invite the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. They dissolve into the lotus and tree, and instantly transform into me, appearing as a noble Lord Avalokiteshvara. My body is youthful, white in color, with 11 faces. The main face is white, the right face is green, and the left face is red. Above them, the middle face is green, the right face is red, and the left face is white. Above them, the middle face is red, the right face is white, and the left face is green. These faces have a peaceful expression. Above all of them is a black, wrathful face with 3 eyes, bare fangs, and a menacing, frowning grimace. Above it is a red, peaceful face with a crown protrusion, unadorned, it's visible from the neck up. Of my 8 main hands, the first 2 on top are folded in prayer at my heart. Below it, the second right hand holds a crystal mala. The third is in the gesture of supreme generosity, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a lotus, the thirds hold anointing vase, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. My remaining 992 hands are in the gesture of supreme giving, and each of the 1,000 hands has an eye on its palm. I am adorned with ornaments of precious gems, and I am wearing an upper garment of antelope skin, draped over my left breasts. My lower garment is made from Benares. My crown is adorned with a diadem of beautiful silks, and I emit rays of white light. At my heart upon a moon disk is a white letter tree, whose light rays invite Avalokiteshvara and his retinue from the pure land of Potala. On Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings who are untainted by faults, is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Ja, Hum, Bam, Ho. We merge inseparably, and my three places become marked with the syllables Om, Ah, Hum. Again, light radiates from the tree at my heart, which causes the 5 Tathagatas to come here. From their hearts emanate the 4 mothers holding primordial wisdom nectar, with the use to bestow empowerment directly upon me. The nectar overflows and transforms into the essence of the Guru, appearing as Amitabha at my crown, Akshobhya at my forehead, Ratnasambhava behind my right ear, Amoghasiddhi behind my left ear, and Vairochana at the nape of my neck. Thus I am crowned by the lords of the 5 families. At my heart upon a lotus and moon is the essence of the wisdom being, the great compassionate one. He is the size of a thumb joint, and at his heart is the samadhi beings, appearing at the white letter Phi. From it light issues forth and purifies the obscuration of all beings, and they all transform into the great compassionate one. The light then returns and dissolves back into the Phi.
Sangaram Darajam Maharanjaya Tuttagadaya Arahati Samya Sambuddha Nama Sarvata Tanga Devi Samya Sambuddha Namaya Charaya Bodhisattva Mahasattva Mahakarnika Yayata Undaradara Duru Ajavatu Jali Pradole Pradole Kusama Nilemene Chittandana Pano Namadaya Yanumaya Jana Sangara Daraja Maharanjaya Tattagadaya Arahate Samya Sambuddha Nama Sarvata Tanga Devi Samya Sambuddha Namaya Sharaya Bodhisattva Mahasattva Mahakarnika Yayata Undaradara Duru Ajavatu Dalitana Pradole Pradole Kusama Kusama Nilemele Chittandolama Pranaya Namaranataya Namayana Sangara Daraja Maharanjaya Tatthagataya Arahate Samya Sambuddha Nama Sarvatu Tanga Devi Sambuddha Namaya Sharaya Bodhisattva Mahasattva Mahakarnika Yata Undaradara Duru Ajavati Jalitana Rajani Raja Kusama Kusama Elimina Chittandala Mapunaya Amaranataya Namayana Angara Barucha Maharanjaya Tattagadaya Arahate Samya Sambuddha Nama Sarvatu Tanga Devi Sambuddha Namaya Sharaya Bodhisattva Mahasattva Mahakarnika Daradara Jamate Dalita Radole Raja Kusama Kusama Elemena Chittandala Mapanaya Namaranadaya Namayana Sangara Daruja Maharanjaya Tatthagataya Arahate Samya Sambuddha Nama Sarvata Tanga Devi Samya Sambuddha Namaya Charaya Bodhisattva Mahasattva Mahakarnika Niyata Undarada Duru
Kusama kusama vari enemene zitendo lama bono yasova Teadum duru 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 Kusame kusama Teadum duru 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 Gusana gusana Yadam duru 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 Gusana gusana Yadam duru 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 Gusana gusana Yadam dara dara diri diri dara 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 Gusana gusana Yadam dara dara diri diri dara 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 Gusana gusana Yadam dara dara diri diri dara 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 Gusana gusana Yadam dara dara diri diri dara dara Gusana gusana
Jana Tonje Tumba Jodema Ji Agasana Danya Abundan Tana Shavale Ranjin Hedaya Antuya Goya Dimbe Ranjin Tadanda Na Tobe Manda Jiki Yasile Tu Ji Jimba Nambasa Kanda Kurbolonzo Ju Ji Ji Chayaka Yadamati Udaya Mayuka Umayaka Yunjana Shiji Tadan Chojana Jinsim Chete Tonyiji Tena Shiji Makoto Dembani Imangurjenamba Tato Soji Dambani Taga Tajayani Dundran Sumbanjajinja Yabun Kulun Zimba Yunjini Pepe Matang Sambajilo Yab Indajyo Sanjimbawa Pela Sana Gurja Gurja Sani Chijinja Teda Dunja Sana Inte Jimbawa Nara Jinjinja Kudunu Mayambani Rada Babenga Baba Shiri Shantaji Taji Kiri Zeka Tontoju Tenda Sile Tame Mato Tenda Sajaji Shada Hule Mekyu Amumbo Samun Sajaji Loro Tuniri Jone Sekon Juji Sajaji Nada Hule Nama Kargo Sanjong Chogasa Sangda Ale Tundu Janka Jagi Sajaji Anjan Jinjindi Nesum Jimba Saung Anjan Ishi Samba Jinjong Tamba Nimi Cha
Om Svabhava Shuddha Savadama Svabhava Shuddhoham. All phenomena become void. From within this state, from the tree at my heart, emanates the letter broom, which travels to the space in front of me. The broom then melts and transforms into a palace of jewels, square with 4 doors. Inside is a jewel throne and a moon disk, upon which is a multicolored 8-petal lotus. At its center is a tree, which transforms into the great compassionate one, crystal clear, resembling me. His body is youthful white in color, with 11 faces. The main face is white, the right face is green, and the left face is red. Above them, the middle face is green, the right face is red, and the left face is white. Above them, the middle face is red, the right face is white, and the left face is green. These faces have a peaceful expression. Above all of them, there is a black, wrathful face with 3 eyes, bare fangs, and a menacing, frowning grimace. Above it is a red, peaceful face with a crown protrusion. Unadorned, it is visible from the neck up. Of his 8 main hands, the first 2 on top are folded in prayer at his heart. Below it, the second right hand holds a crystal mala. The third is in the gesture of supreme generosity, and the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a lotus, the third holds anointing vase, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. His remaining 992 hands are in the gesture of supreme giving, and each of the 1,000 hands has an eye on its palm. He is adorned with ornaments of precious gems, and wears an upper garment of antelope skin draped over his left breast. The lower garment is made for Benares. The crown is adorned with a diadem of beautiful silks, and he emits rays of white light. Above, a Shri transformed into red Amitabha, his hands in the gesture of Samadhi. In the east, a Hum transforms into blue Akshobhya, his hands in the earth-touching gesture. In the south, a Tram transforms into yellow Ratna Sambhava, his hands in the gesture of supreme giving. In the west, an Om transforms into white Varyochana in the aspect of supreme awakening. In the north, an A transforms into green Amoghasiddhi with his hands in the gesture of granting protection. All of them are adorned with jewels, and the 3 places are marked with the 3 seed syllables. The light radiating from the 3 syllables invites the wisdom beings who dissolve into him. Thus we have merged non-dually. Homage to the Gurus who embody all Buddhas, whose essence is a Vajra holder, and who are the root of the 3 jewels. Homage and praise to the radiant Amitabha, the Dharmakaya of all the bliss-gone ones of the 3 times, appearing as Avalokiteshvara, the 11-faced one, who gazes upon all beings of the 6 realms. Homage and praise to Avalokiteshvara, who with compassionate eyes watches over beings, who untainted by fault is white in color, and whose crown is adorned by the perfect Buddha. Homage and praise to the Sugatas of the 5 families, who prevail over skillful means and supreme wisdom, and who, though inseparable from the space-like Dharmakaya, emanate distinctly in rainbow-like forms. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate goddesses who offer flowers, incense, lamps, perfumes, food, and the like. Raja holder and others, please heed me. With heartfelt regret, I confess all transgressions of the three kinds of vows which I have committed while overpowered by the three poisons. Whatever wrongs I have done at any time, I confess them with great fear. From now on, I will not allow them to happen again. I rejoice in all virtue, and I supplicate you to turn the wheel of Dharma. Holding in mind the awakened state of Buddhahood, I dedicate all virtues to supreme enlightenment. The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun and the moon. By visualizing it as a Buddha realm and offer it, may all beings enjoy the perfect purity of this realm. Having offered this excellent and pleasing mandala, may we experience no obstacles on the path of awakening. May we realize the enlightened mind of the Sugatas of the three times. May we neither stray into samsara nor rest in nirvana's peace. May all beings, limitless as the sky is vast, become liberated. Streams of primordial wisdom nectar descend from my fingers and those of the great compassionate one in front, filling the vase completely.
Lama Bu Nima Nyaraya Buddhi Saduya Masaduya Mahakarinika Jayada Dara Dara Duru 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 Kusama Kusama Elemele Tutulama Punasa Namaranadaya Namaya Jana Sangara Beroja Naranjaya Ututugutuya Arahati Suyo Sambata Namaso Tutungu Tipi Tipi Namaso Tipi Namayo Araya Buddha Saduya Masaduya Marindukai Ayata Dara 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 Adavadu Chula Chula Radhale Brahma Kusama Kusama Elemena Chitadala Mapana Zova Yadam Duru 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 Mazama Kusama Yodam duru 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 Azuma guzuma mana Yodam duru 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 Azuma guzuma mana Yodam duru 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 Guzuma guzuma mana Yadam duru 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 Guzuma guzuma mana Yadam duru 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 Guzuma guzuma mana Yadam duru 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 Guzuma guzuma mana Yadam duru 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 Guzuma guzuma mana Yadam duru 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 Guzuma guzuma mana Yadam duru 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 Guzuma guzuma mana Yadam duru 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 Guzuma guzuma mana Yadam dara 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 Guzuma guzuma mapana yazo Amani Amani
Then I, the deity wisdom being, dissolve into the main deity in front. Above my crown is Geloma Palmo, who supplicates the noble one on my behalf. In the English language, Geloma Palmo's praise to the noble Lord Avalokiteshvara.
언제든 숨진 공부 졸아서 어디시 밤에 그대 끝난지 어디시는 더의 의진지 어서인 주제다 주원생 어서인 주제 비면 넘버지 어티지나 bentro만 생지 야연je 나 아멘제 아벤은 저다 선행나시 아tun거드겐 도다드예지 아렌지만 버부마니네지 아로는 점들 섬들 점제지 아라다바가 나마임바카 아닌저드 위젠제나자 아트마메가 베멘토라메 나데문네 피난도탄자 오스제카란 도나나테 오토르트베르 전단데 나데베진장 부진파라세 온조니수나 무무니와서 오다드데 요네고니세 야순달데진 거주지바드 오느진조데 두본코메데 야세제간도 더이셔요 청변에서 예만지 남건도도 하제도시 나영정이 원대만이 오미소도 주소레도 예도도 토라는 그 예진의 제정 모여서 예투빈 초다 도전서들 나티네 집안에 드메 아지원다 다마요통 간제진제는 나가고 야제진 고보라상 야제진 마세와스니드 어노예조 드던 선배들 야드베장 드베드번데 어제진 숨진 부모 돌아서 나 대신 밤에 그대 꿈는지 나 대신 하나의 제세 어서인 주제다 주고서 생시지 넘버지 어티지나 bentro만 마선지 자시리 제바도 다는지 어진제배만 요도서인 어코도도 넘고 뜨는데 어티면 참을 참을 안제배제 제마드지 어변은 초다 손은 나와시 어떤 거드진 도도되지 어린지문 버프만 있네지 어로만 접들 섭들 점제지 나라다 바바는 마음바다 아닌저도 비진지는 차 어쩌마메 바페면 초라네 어디는 비면도 던져 어시제별한 초라노데 야타서 제별을 천단데 어트베진장 도진 퍼르선 본천이수나 마모니와서 어따드데 용내간에세 어순탄제진 허주들거든 어느진초드 누군구레자 야시지건들 브이샤예 어천반에서 예외마데 어느반드다 너제드도시 어영전이 아서의 비만이 어미토도 준토레도 어간제타도 돌아가네 그 예진에서게 한보일라세 예투벤토다 터져서 나 테네 집어 내 꿈에 내 담은 치어탄 간제된제되는 내가 바간다 야온지든 보라서 난지든 마스와 손제들 나라에서 두던 선배들 어트베견 두베두번째 언제든 숨진 공부 졸아서 어디시 밤에 그대 불난데 어디신 한타의 의지세 어사인 주제다 대공세 어서용세지 비면 넘버지
Om I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by gods, Maraba, Mawish, Kanting, King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate. Noble body containing all these gone. Once you crowns adore me, the Buddha boundless light. You turn right as if too hungry. Ghost you left sons adorned with a lotus. Your perfume have flashes with lighting bound up. Like when gold garlands on your face is beautiful. Shining full moon as you lotus eyes are. White so exquisite you mesmering bodies white. As a snowing coat your hotly greeting. Pearls you are dipped in radiance like the red of dawn. You had sped like perfect lotus souls. Range on a steel lake you sing like the autumn clouds. Many jewels adorn your shoulders, you young. Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. You left spread discovered by Antiro. Hide beautified by funny winds, bestlets, anklets. You are Badona, pristine, pure. To send your belly smooth as a lotus petal. You sublime gold body studded with fine gems from your hips and garments of the finest silk. Supreme wisdom of the Buddha gone be. Young gathering must merit you, it's sublime. Lower and liberator so softly. Light you dispel age and disease, you are supreme. Among beings, victor over Maras. All's gone and let's and in you beautify your feet. You for boundless static you beings in peace dignify like elephant graceful as swan. Doctrines keeper all accumulations. Down saver from the oceans of milk and water. Man or woman if you rise each day and down devote your mind with respect to Chen Rezik. And you praise him with his excellent pure song recite clearly and purely, then all of your worldly and transcendent wishes will be fulfilled in his life and all of your future lives. Om I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by gods, Maraba, Mawish, Kanting, King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate. noble body containing all bliss gone. Once you crown adorned with the Buddha boundless light, you turn right as used to hungry. Ghost, you left hands adorned with a gold lotus. You perfume have flashes be lighting bound up. Like red gold garlands, oh, your face is beautiful. Shining full moon and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite, you smelling bodies white as the snowing caught your hopefully greeting. Pearls you are decked in radiance like the red of dawn. Your heart spread like perfect lotuses. Arranged on a steel like you sting like the autumn clouds. Many jewels adorn your shoulders, you young. Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope. Hide beautified by funny with bracelets, anklets. You are but on a pristinely pure lotus, and your belly smoother than lotus petal. You sublime gold bed is studded with fine gems from your hips, straight garments of the finest silk. Supreme wisdom of the Buddha gone be. Young gathering vast merit you which the sublime lower realms liberated so softly. Light you dispel light and disease you are supreme. Among beings victor over Maras. Holds golden lights and you beautify your feet. You for boundless that secure beings in peace dignify like elephant graceful as swan. Doctrines keeper all accumulations. Down safer from the oceans of milky water. Men or women, if you rise each day up, down devote your mind with respect to Chen Rezik, and you praise him with this excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all of your worldly and transcended wishes will be fulfilled in his life and all of your future lives. Om, I prostrate to the protector of the universe, the guru of the universe, honored by beings of all three realms, praised by gods, Maraba, Maishkanting, King of sages, supreme protector, I prostrate, noble body containing of this gun. Once you crowns adorned with the Buddha boundless light, you turn right as if too hungry. Ghost, you left sands adorned with a gold lotus. Your perfume have flashes with lighting bound up. Like gold garlands, all your face is beautiful. Shining full moon and your lotus eyes are white, so exquisite, you smelling bodies white as a snowing coat, you hopefully greeting. Pearls you are decked in radiance like the red of dawn. Your heart spread like perfect lotuses. Range on a steel like you sting like the autumn clouds. Many jewels adorn your shoulders, you young. Palms are exquisite, soft and tender as new leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope. Hide beautified by funny with bracelets, anklets. You are but on a pristinely pure lotus, and your belly smoother than lotus petal. You sublime gold bed is studded with fine gems from your hips, red garments of the finest silk. Supreme wisdom of the Buddha gone be. Young gathering vast merit you which the sublime lower realms liberated so softly. Light you dispel age and disease, you are supreme. Among beings victor over Maras. Holds golden necks and NyingNe beautify your feet. You for boundless that secure beings in peace dignify like elephant graceful as one. Doctrines keeper all accumulations. Dan savor from the oceans of milky water. Man or woman, if you rise each day up, down devote your mind with respect to Chen Rezik, and you praise him with this excellent pure song. Recite clearly and purely, then all of your worldly and transcended wishes will be fulfilled in this life and all of your future lives. Please grant your blessing that the teachings of the teachings will remain for a long time, and that myself and all sentient beings may train in bodhicitta. Grant your blessing that we may fully attain the union of shamatha and vipassana, and that we may perfectly realize omniscient wisdom. This form endowed with perfect color, odor, taste, and potency, I offer to the noble Lord Avalokiteshvara, the Buddhas, and the Bodhisattvas. In this and all my future lives, may I be born in a good family, and may I be endowed with a clear intellect free from pride, and may I have great compassion and devotion to the Guru. May my samaya with Janvasik remain firm. May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase, higher and higher. By offering a bath with scented streams of nectar to the protector Avalokiteshvara, a lamp for wandering beings. May all defilements and the two kinds of obscuration of all beings be completely purified, and may there be the auspiciousness for all beings to achieve the stainless three kayas. Exalted Lord, please give me. I request you to forgive my lack of clarity in meditation, corrupted mantra recitations, and impure activities regarding cleanliness, all of which I have committed while controlled by lethargy and agitation. In the space before me is the exalted noble one who was born from the 6 syllables. He bathes me with the nectar that flows from his fingers, which purifies the 3 obscurations. The deity then dissolves into my crown. Dedication from Shantidevas, the way of the Bodhisattvas. By all the virtue I have now amassed by composition of this book, which speaks of entry to the Bodhisattva way, may every being tread to the path to Buddhahood. May beings everywhere who suffer torment in their minds and bodies have, by virtue of my merit, joy and happiness in boundless measure. As long as they may linger in samsara, may the present joy know no decline, and may the taste of unsurpassed beatitude in constant and unbroken continuity. Throughout the spheres and reaches of the world, in hellish states wherever they may be, may beings fettered there, tormented, taste the bliss and peace of Sukhavati. And those caught in the freezing ice be warmed, and from the massing clouds of Bodhisattvas' prayers may torrents rain in boundless streams to cool those burning in infernal fires. May forests where the leaves are blades and swords become sweet groves and pleasant woodland glades, and may the trees of miraculous appear, supplanting those upon the hill of Shalmali. And may the very pits of hell be sweet with fragrant pools, all perfumed with the scent of lotuses, be lovely with the cries of swan and goose, and waterfowl, too pleasing to the ear. May fiery coals turn into heaps of jewels, the burning ground become a crystal floor, the crushing hills celestial abodes, adorned with offerings, the dwelling place of Buddhas. May the hail of lava, fiery stone, and weapons henceforth become a rain of blossoms. May those whose hell is to fight and wound be turned to lovers offering the flowers. And thus, engulfed in fiery Vaitarani, the flesh destroyed, the bones bleached white as Akunda flowers, may they through all my merit strength have godlike forms and sport with goddesses in Mandakini's peaceful streams. What fear is it, they ask, that grips the henchman of the deadly lord, the frightful voucher of the carrion crows? What noble strength is it that brings us joy and drives away our dreadful night? And looking skyward, they will see the shining form of Vajrapani. Then may the sins be quenched in joy, and may they go to him. And when they see the slitting lava flood of hell extinguished in a rain of blossoms, drenched in scented water, at once fulfilled with bliss, they will ask, how can this be? And thus the densities of hell will see the one who holds the lotus. Friends, throw away your fears and quickly gather here. For who is it who comes to banish dread? This youth with bound up gleaming hair, this loving bodhisattva saving and protecting every being, whose power relieves all pain, increasing joy. Do you see the splendor of his house that echoes praises of 1,000 goddesses, the 100 gods who lay their diadems before his lotus feet, the rain of flowers falling on his head, his eyes moist with compassion? Thus may those in hell cry out on seeing Manjughosha. And likewise, when through these my roots of virtue they see the joyful cloud let fall the cooling scented rain, their obscuration cleansed by bodhisattvas like Samantabhadra, may all those languishing in hell come now to perfect happiness. And may the stooping animals be freed from fear of being preyed upon each other's food. And may the famished spirits have such joy as those who dwell within the northern continent. And may they be replete and satisfied by streams of milk that pour from noble Lord Avalokite's hand, and bathing in it may they be refreshed and cooled. And may the blind receive the sight, and may the deaf begin to hear, and women near the time bring forth like Maya Devi free from any pain. And may the naked now be clothed, and all the hungry eat their fill, and may those parched with thirst receive pure waters and delicious drink. May the poor and destitute find wealth, the haggard and the careworn joy. May confidence relieve those in despair, and bring them steadfastness and every excellence. May every being ailing with disease be freed at once from every malady. May all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. May those who go in dread have no more fear. May captives be unchained and now set free. And may the weak receive their strength. May living beings help each other in kindness. May travelers upon the road find happiness no matter where they go. And may they gain without the need of toil the goals on which they set their hearts. May those who put to sea in boat or ship attain the ports that they desire, and may they safely come to shore in swift union with the kith and kin. May those who lose their way and stray in misery find fellow travelers, and safe from the threat of thieves and savage beasts, be tireless in the journey light. May children and the old, the weak, protectless, be lured in the wild and pathless wastes, and those whose mind are dulled and all who are insane have pure celestial beings as their guardians. May all attain the human state and be possessed of wisdom, faith, and love. With perfect livelihood and sustenance, may they have mindfulness throughout their lives. May everyone have unrestricted wealth, just like the treasury of space, enjoying it according to their wish, without a trace of harm or enmity. May beings destitute of splendor become magnificent and bright, and those worn down by toil or drudgery acquire great beauty and perfection. May all the women in this world attain the strength of Tara, and may the lowly come to excellence, the proud and haughty lose their arrogance. And thus, by all the merit I have gained, may every being leaving none aside abandon all their evil ways, embracing goodness now and evermore. From bodhicitta may they never separate, and constantly engage in bodhisattva deeds, and may they be accepted as disciples by the Buddhas and turn aside from what is Mara's work. And may these beings, each and every one, enjoy an unsurpassed longevity, living always in contentment. May the very name of death be strange to them. On every side, in all the 10 directions, may groves of wish-fulfilling trees abound, resounding with the sweetness of the teachings spoken by the Buddhas and the Bodhisattva children. And may the earth be awesome everywhere, free from boulders, cliffs, and chasms, flat and even like a level palm, and smooth like lapis lazuli. And for many circles of disciples, may a multitude of bodhisattvas arise in every land, adorning them with every excellence. From bird song and the signing of the trees, from shafts of light and from the sky itself, may living beings, each and every one, perceive the constant sound of Dharma. May they come into the presence of the Buddhas and meet with bodhisattvas, offsprings of the same, with clouds of offerings unbounded. May teachers of the world be worshipped. May kindly spirits bring the rain on time, for harvest to be rich and plentiful. May princes rule according to the truth, and may the world be blessed with all prosperity. May medicine be strong and full of virtue. May healing spells be chanted with success. May spirits of the air that feed on flesh be kind, their minds imbued with pity. And let no being ever suffer pain. Let them neither ail nor languish, never doing evil. May they have no fear nor suffer insults, and may the minds be ever free from sorrow. In monasteries, temples, and the like, may reading and reciting widely flourish. May harmony prevail among the Sangha, and may its purpose be all fulfilled. May ordained monks intent upon the practice find perfect places for retreat in solitude, abandon every fragrant thought, and meditate with trained and serviceable minds. May nuns have all their wants supplied. May quarreling vindictiveness be strange to them. Let all who have embraced monastic life uphold a pure and unimpaired observance. May they feel regret when discipline is broken, and always may they strive to cleanse away their faults. May they thus obtain a fortunate rebirth wherein to undertake unfailing discipline. May the wise and learned be revered and always be sustained by offerings. With minds suffused with purity, may their renown spread far and wide. May beings never languish in the lower realms. May pain and hardship be unknown to them. Enjoying more than godlike strength and beauty, may Buddhahood for them be swiftly gained. Again and yet again may sentient beings make offerings to all the Buddhas, and with Buddha's unimagined bliss, may they joy undimmed and constant happiness. May all the bodhisattvas now fulfill the high intention for the sake of beings, and sentient beings likewise now receive the good the Buddhas have in store for them. And may the Aharat and Pratyeka Buddhas at length attain the perfect happiness. And may I also, through Manjushi's kindness, reach the ground of perfect joy, and throughout the stream of all my lives embrace monastic ordination. Thus may I abide sustained by simple ordinary fare, and in every life obtain a dwelling place in perfect solitude. Whenever I desire to gaze on him or put to him the slightest question, may I behold the unobstructed vision of Manjughosha, my protector. To satisfy the needs of beings dwelling in the 10 directions to the margins of the sky, may I reflect in every deed the perfect exploits of Manjushri. And now, as long as space endures, as long there are beings to be found, may I continue likewise to remain to drive away the sorrows of the world. The pains and sorrows of all wandering beings, may they ripen only on myself, and may the virtuous company of bodhisattvas bring about the happiness of beings. May the doctrine, only remedy for suffering, the source of every bliss and happiness, be nurtured and upheld with reverence, and throughout a vast continuance of time endure. And now to Manjughosha I prostrate, whose kindness is the wellspring of my good intent. And to my virtuous friends I also bow, whose inspiration gave me strength to grow.
Tom Jen Jen Bala Sam Salon Tar Sanje Jom Dende Tene Te Jin She Ba Ra Jom Ba Yang Da Ba Zo Be San Ri Ba dan shab su den ba de war shi ban jik tin chin jivan dar wa kalu jur wa la na mi la tam nam je tun ba chum den de so te ne te yin shi pa te da ne sun nam da ge jun tun Give zawa nam chu me zawa zuba ta ke rab de jim son nam je ter nam je ye bebji zangbo nam je te se nam je me to je pa chu yo re pan thun thông nam thông pa me pa te pe mu pa nam Bhagava Shirab Serja Manu Top Nam La Zewa Me Pa Sim Chin Tam Che Je Tun Ba San Cho Sen Ba Nam Je Ya Pak Ba Kanza Nam Je Jar NyungNe Len De Pe Chon Cher Ton Ro Wa Nam Je Te Ishi pa de me pa po pa sam je me cha pa son nam barata yang yin pa ku se ta ven cho me shi pa ku song pa me tu pa ta ki ma gu pa zok ta ki nye war ma gu zok mi pa ta ta man de Dong ha ta le nam pa cho wa pung bo na rab de cho wa ke nam ta ke dem na ya jin xi nam dam ba du pa nam xin de jie yong su dong wa ta le nam pa cho si pa le cho wa cho wo le gar wa yi xi yong su zo de pa tam ma zong pa tar ta tar song san je chom din de nam je yi xi la ne NyungNe la ne pa la men ne yang ta pa ni jian ta la ne pa sim chin tam che la zik sa la yu pa de da ne san je chom din de nam je ke che yong tin yang ta pa nam so te me tam be chu ne to mar ge par de ge wa ta mar ge Dong zang bo chen zhe zang bo man de pa yong so zo yong so ta pa yong so sang Chum den de che chu lek par song ba yang tak pan thong wa ne mi Tu che pa me pa nye war tun ba den thong wa la tung yu Ke pa nam je so so rang ge re pa sa Chum den de je sung be chun dro wa la lek par tun ba ni par jong Dục pe san chok tun ro a se pa men thun pa me jing du pa tang din pa yu pa jo che pa wo tek pa jen bu gen du ne lek par sho pa rik par sho Chong pur sho pa tun pur sho pa tham mo jar ve u su jo Sa sa ve u su jo pa so nam je par je shen Yong yong su jong wa chen po jum pe ne su jo Kun de yang jin be ne su jo Qian bo wo san je yong ting san me chap Tam be chu jang san me chap Pak pe gen du san me chap San me chap la te zen Nam para me bang san me chap Nam da xin de je wa sho Om Guru Benza Nevete Ahom Om Sarva Buddha Bodhisattva Bayo Benza Nevete Ahom Om Karma Deva Mandala Benza Nevete Ahom Om Shri Dharma Pala Benza Nevete Ahom O Hariti Soha O Hariti Mahabenza Yachana Hara Har Sarva Pamba Malcham Sova O Atra Pendra Ashibi Sova Tumbala Me Sanjirimbo Job Tom
The unsurpassed teacher, the peace's awakened one, the unsurpassed protector, the peace's noble dharma, the unsurpassed guide, the peace's sangha, to the object of refuge, the three jewels, I make offerings.